Hello, folks. It's me, Zyzifer Q Squarmogington. Zyzifer KQ Squarmogington. Zyzifer KQX Squarmogington, Esquire, the third. Well, God, can you imagine three of me? What a nightmare. Anyway, hello, we're here. And we're gonna play some Stray Gods. Just getting the posts up, making sure that people know where I am and who I am and what I'm streaming. There we go. I'm really digging this one. I am really into this one. The Medusa sequence in particular last time was a absolute treasure. A lot of it was an absolute treasure. So, stay tuned for more treasures, you know? Alright, and hello, Silver. Good to see you. Is that a pi symbol? Okay. QC. Oh, you go to hell. Okay. I had to stop and decode that. I feel like a complete ditz for not getting it immediately, but hey, what else is new? Anyway. Stray Gods then. This is going to be, hopefully this will be the end of Stray Gods. I'm not sure. Have no way of knowing. But I think about 3 hours more ought to do. It feels like a 6-hour game. It feels like it will be about 6 hours long. I'm not 100% positive. If it's longer, oh well. If it's shorter, oh well. But it feels around 6 hours. Like, that's about a mini-series nowadays. Or, I guess, a complete series on Netflix. Stray Gods, a Netflix original. I would enjoy it, but I would also hate that because behold the Netflix. Yes, do take any Stray Gods you find to your local vet to be checked out. Spay or neuter your gods, particularly Pan. You cannot trust that guy. But, yeah, my plan right now is to finish up Stray Gods. Next week we will probably be back in Skyrim. It may be... There should be 2 more Skyrim weekends. Unless something big comes up, I don't know. There should be 2 more Skyrim weekends, and then we hit Starfield. And Starfield will probably take over both the weekday and weekend slots for a little while. Technically, I get early access because of the pre-order. I don't know if I will deploy it during early access. It depends on how things go. We're definitely going to mix some more Penny Larceny in there. It's a busy time. It's a busy time for games. Have you seen the game release schedules? Good games are dropping left, right, and center. Like, there are at least 3 releases a day anymore that I could give my heart to. It is nuts. Anytime anybody tells you we're in a bad time for video games, you laugh at them, you push them into a mud puddle, and you take their lunch money and use it to buy video games. Hello, Jaffa. Good to see you. Hope you're well. But yeah, it's just nuts. There are so many good games coming out. There are so many good games out now that have been overlooked because there are so many good games coming out. It is insane. And what we're going to do is we're gonna go over and we're gonna drop Stray Gods, and we're gonna play that for hours, because that too is a good game. So let me get you guys down here. There you go, you can just chill there. Get a big cup of water. Yeah, good stuff is always being missed, and it frustrates me to miss the good stuff. I love video games so much, and I want to think that I have a handle on all of the good games. I don't. I don't have a handle. I don't even have, like, one of those improvised owls strung through a couple of straps. I got nothing. And it bugs me, but you gotta go with what it is. Let's get back in there. Now, before we do much more, we've had a lot of journal updates. Don't know if we should read through all of them. Yeah, alright. Freddie was at the apartment when Pan arrived, so I had to tell her everything. Part of me feels bad for getting her involved, but I have to admit, none of this felt quite real until I did. If anyone can figure this out, she can. Greek mythology has been her thing since 7th grade, and I was there she was glad to back me up during the Song of Pan. When we put our heads together, we can handle anything. Yeah, I want to read through all of the journal entries. I'm sorry. This will happen. And of course, Freddie was waiting up when I got back from the underworld. She apologized for how things went down with Pan during the song, but honestly, I get it now. My power draws the good and bad out of people, and I don't always get to choose which it will be. At any rate, it's good I have Freddie on my side during all of this. I'd intended to go to Medusa's alone, but of course Freddie showed up all kitted like an adventurer. Should I be thankful she wants to help, or should I be worried she's not taking the idols seriously enough? I am concerned for Freddie's safety. I've chosen a mortal life in a battle of gods, and that could be bad. It appears Calliope was staying in an apartment, one that belongs to Persephone of all things. Actually not too far from mine. Could that be where Calliope was attacked? Am I crazy for agreeing to go check it out myself? Calliope was one of 3 idols called the Muses, the last one still living, according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they fell apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way, and apparently argued with everyone a lot. Which doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol, and there may be more suspects than I expected. I visited Calliope's apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you could imagine, and memorabilia dating back, I don't know, 100 years or more. She had everything she could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. Is this what it means to be the muse? Apparently, after years of arguing with the idols and making everyone angry, Calliope finally left Olympus. And that's when she became friends with Persephone and gave her the apartment. Persephone says they haven't spoken in 2 years, so she doesn't know what Calliope's been doing lately either. Excuse me? Hey! Apparently we're not gonna... Okay, I guess we're not gonna read all the journal entries. Can I scroll wheel? No. Oh, I can now. Oh, no, wait, no. Wait. Okay. There we go. Okay, I managed to do it. Okay, that was unexpected. Freddie and I went to the reliquary, not expecting much. And instead we found out from Asterion that Calliope went there the night she died. Not only that, it's probably where she was attacked. She fled from the reliquary, bleeding, and probably went from there to my apartment. It's bizarre, though. What was she even doing there? Asterion said that while she stuck into the reliquary, she didn't actually take anything. She set off the alarms and then ran out, chased by Asterion and Medusa, too. This is really major. How will I find out what happened to her inside? It's alright, Celine. We're just reading the diary. We're just reading some of the journal. Medusa collaborated with Asterion story. She followed Calliope to the reliquary, saying she fled there, having already been attacked. It's bizarre, though. What was she even doing there? If Medusa isn't lying to me, I'm left with Hecate and the Minotaur being the only idols with access to the reliquary. Either that, or there was a third person who somehow got in and out undetected. Is this even possible for me to find out? Or am I stuck now? Also, aw, we have Minotaur, not Asterion. The two of them are ridiculously cute and weird together. He's not a monster at all. He's an adorkable, awkward, stuttering pile of man pudding. Man pudding. Let's get to that party. Well, you know, let's go ahead and talk to Freddy first. Let's stall as long as we can. See what Freddy has to say about this party.
Hey, hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse?
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
Ah, man, speaking of shipping with Freddy, god dang. So how are Kaz and Brian?
What are Kaz and Brian up to?
Are they ever going to come back
You didn't
into
tell
this
them
story?
anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
Okay, that's fair, yeah. Sorry about the band, though.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent
No, it
in your
doesn't.
plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has The Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. It would be nice to be the source of all the drama and name the band, but I can't think of a better name than Edge of Elysium. It works for just about any genre of music. It works for metal. It doesn't work for country.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay.
Like your
I have to
hat?
hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Planet Fitness?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah. You're right. Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's gotta be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe? Who do you want to hear about?
We could get, Freddy's impression on everybody. That makes sense. Well, nah, let's not right now. We have enough
Yeah,
education.
maybe those stories don't really fit anymore. You're probably right.
I usually am. It's a burden.
Thanks, Freddy.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
There is... The thing is, a lot of people will just not do certain things on stream because they think it would be boring. Like, a lot of people wouldn't read through the journal on stream. And I would if I thought that digging around in here, if digging around in, like, Eros' bio entry would help. But I don't think it would. The thing is, a lot of streamers will just go through things and... You have to linger on certain things. You have to dig in. You have to read the manual. You have to try and test stuff. And being under a time constraint doesn't really help with that. I don't know. I try to do my best because... Who's watching? You guys. I know you. So... It's not like I'm gonna lose viewers. Let's hit that party. Oh, speaking of the saddest sack. The sackiest sack.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
You can just stand there like a
You're
protagonist.
here.
Yeah, I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, hey, you didn't tell me.
I came to see you, Apollo, and I don't recall you mentioning it. Persephone said it could help.
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu, recollections that aren't
Oh,
your
that
own?
would help.
No.
Can I get some of that?
Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
Will that change my personality?
That's gotta be a lot of memories. She was, what, 1,000 years old?
More than that. Much more.
Then what happens to me in my piddly 20-something years? It can't be good.
Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
Well. Not sure what to think about that.
That's a lot to take in.
I guess it doesn't matter what I
I'm not
think,
sure
it'll
what to
happen either
think.
way.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her Eidolon is a way to forget, for a while.
Oh, she's,
That's what this party is for.
When you say she's gonna pass on her Eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen
So
successor.
if I want to talk to her, I gotta talk
in front of
fast.
everyone?
We're here to help, Grace, to make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye, at least for a while.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
Wow, Aphrodite holds regular
This is her
suicide
fifth, I
parties.
think, perhaps fifth.
That's,
So every time the
heavy.
veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift,
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects
Wow,
and to honor the past.
therapy. So much
Well, she
therapy,
still remembers.
please. Hours and hours of... I kinda don't like
I
this.
don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling, okay.
mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
I love how Grace looks like a stereotypical adventure game protagonist in those big clunky boots and that one particular posture that has her arms slumped to the sides. She looks like she's about to start walking around and pocketing the buffet. Yeah, let's get back with Apollo. Eros is nice, but I'm afraid he's gonna blame me for the Persephone thing.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
Well, I should go.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call
What,
each
you
other
feel intensely
sister and
uncomfortable?
brother and
Yeah.
mother.
Well, yes, but
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
that would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
Well, that is kind of sad, but then why don't you just not come?
Why come at all? You don't have to see other idols, do you?
Well, there's the chorus, and we're not allowed to leave the city. Other than that, avoiding everyone was the plan. Until a certain someone made me sing.
I should get back out there.
Yeah, alright, let's try her off. Yeah, she is definitely trying to do something here. I really...
Grace!
I'm not getting
Yes,
less
nice
suspicious
to-
of Athena. No.
Oh, okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Aw.
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Every
No,
time
he's
she
not
does this,
okay.
I don't know how to handle
This
it.
is...
I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I...
Well, shit, you want to go
shouldn't
do that
unload
right
on you.
now?
It's been a bad week.
I have to be honest, Eros. I'm not a fan of what's supposed to happen here.
I know exactly what you mean.
You want to do the
time
run upstairs thing? Come on.
Aphrodite forgets. At least for a while. But I don't. I remember everything. I'm there for the nightmares, the panic attacks, the days she doesn't even remember the war's over. And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Aren't you glad we play these feel-good, cheerful games on this channel? I'm so glad to bring all of you experiences like this. These happy, feel-good times.
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation,
Okay,
everything
she
we
has
could
been to
possibly
therapy.
think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Well, I can. I am,
Maybe I just don't understand, but... Isn't this... like, suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die. For a while.
alright. Let's hit the big one. What happened?
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
I know, but happened to Aphrodite, not me. It's not my story to tell.
That's fair. It's really not my business.
No, it is. I mean, it's not, but she does want you here. So you need to know.
Are we gonna
What
get a big...
happened is that Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jack-booted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't ask, but is there any way to change Aphrodite's mind?
You say that as if I haven't tried. If only...
Only you had some way of making your emotional center completely
She'll
clear?
ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that, deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
What if you're wrong? What if she decides not to do this and it keeps getting worse?
Then I'll be with her, to help her reach the other side.
If she can.
Yeah.
Alright,
She can.
let's get inspiring, I guess.
It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Apollo, you got any opinions on this?
Back again.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the
Eros
new
is pretty
Aphrodite,
tired and beaten down. I want to give this guy hope.
only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
I should get back out
Hey,
there.
want to talk about that viewpoint, Apollo? 'Cause seeing some parallels. No, we're not gonna go with that? Okay. Okay. Also, I like the U-shaped table. Alright, who's ready to, try and get inspirational? I'm gonna need more water for this. Oh, who are you?
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet.
And you!
I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. to have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh,
Venus. Okay.
what manners I have.
Oh,
Grace,
oh.
Grace, meet the
Oh.
lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus. And yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
We'll both be new at this, huh? Maybe we could get together and compare notes if you,
Survived my trial.
Yeah. Lady Aphrodite told me. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
There will be so much time for you lovelies
This
to
is the
speak
most
later.
awkward thing in
Now,
a
we
cascade
must prepare for
of
my
awkward
departure.
things.
Are you sure we can't talk first? I really need your help, Aphrodite.
I know you do, my dear. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm afraid my time is up. But since you've shown such kindness in coming, I will ask Eros to make himself available to you afterwards. There's nothing I know that he does not. He is my son, my truest friend, my longest love.
Won't he be a little distracted?
Eros has been through this before, Grace. He knows what must be done.
I'm not gonna tip my hand and tell her that I'm gonna talk her out of it beforehand. I'm gonna hit her with it in full song.
I have to admit, it's not clear what my part in all this is supposed to be.
How could it be? You've barely just arrived, darling girl. How did you even find out about it?
That would be Persephone's doing.
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
If I had to guess, it's to remember. One last time before all your memories go away.
Each time the veil lifts, it leaves behind a little less. For me, old Olympus is long forgotten. The glory of Rome, a distant
Yeah, and
dream.
she's burning through old memories with
I
rapid
hope
fire.
that one day the veil will lift, and what happened during the war will also slip into oblivion.
But it hasn't.
Thus, for now we honor the memory of what was, lest tomorrow it be gone forever. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Yeah, Venus is the one I'm concerned with in all this. Venus is the one who's gonna get screwed over if I manage to talk her out of this. She's going to be a mortal that was chosen and left high and dry. I gotta see if I can get her consent.
I want to
work
apologize
this
again,
angle.
Grace. I really messed up. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happened? Do you feel different?
I'm not sure. It happened so fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was?
Yeah,
She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Errol's
handle
called me
this
one night
exactly,
desperate.
but
She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger. Something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
not different at all, is it, Steve? Well, I am gonna put in my best performance to try to talk her out of it. And if I don't, at least Venus seems happy. It is the best I can do. So let's throw down on the dance floor.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the
No,
end,
I've made up my mind.
I must bid you
The
all
discussion-
farewell once again.
The discussion is worthwhile, but I've made up my mind. So,
But before I go,
much like
I would
Aphrodite.
like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here, to this strange new world.
And I don't have the
This
first
time-
clue how I'm gonna
It is with the help of our lovely
work this
youths
over.
that we shall be guided.
So,
We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. We sought shelter from the shadows, but were soon ripped from the dark. Those mortal souls that ended us were jealous from the start. They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held me prisoner for so long. I thought I'd win their hearts again. I was wrong. I was wrong. I see you have the power. It's a poisonous reward.
I have no idea if I'm making any difference.
My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored. Loved by every mortal, then ripped from paradise. No one suffered greater till he made his sacrifice. struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go.
That's an angle.
This freedom leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave
All right,
to
hit hard.
me.
I gotta say that I'm amazed I held my tongue for so long. Not such a fan of this old plan, but who's to say that you're wrong? Now shoulda gotta erase a memory when there's no chance of changing history. This guy that sacrificed his life so you can live in his place. Wish he'd drop by, cause man, I'd die to see the look on his face. You try to hide from your reality, but then come back with regularity. And if you notice a disparity, then what's the meaning of his legacy? Who gives a damn about your suffering? Who wants to see you be yourself again? Who feels your pain in case you're wondering? You got the time, but it's the stuttering. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
Is it what we do now that morons moralize? They beat through their mouths, how could they sympathize? Please, just shut it, or rain down from above, hate flooded into the drains. I feel nothing of love, only the fear of the chains. Over long forgotten stains, it's not my blood inside these veins, only human remains calling forth. Everybody knows my pain is insurmountable. Everybody fights your attitude detestable. Everybody wants to hold themselves accountable. Everybody have you something more suggestible. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
Apollo? You got something to say here, buddy?
I feel like Aphrodite knows the deep.
Okay.
And we're not here to reinvent the wheel. I trust your judgment, sister, don't misconstrue. Just do what you do.
Well, this was a mistake.
I'm here for you. Everybody would follow you until the end of days. Everybody will go to pieces when you go away. Everybody is still concerned about your protege. Everybody, but in the end, here's all I have to say. Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
Everybody who's gonna help me overcome the war. Everybody who's gonna be there when I'm on the floor. Everybody who's gonna cry when I walk out the door. Everybody, cause I'm not gonna do this anymore. Everybody wants to see you, wants to see you fall in love.
I guess it helped. Can you come back and answer questions? No? Okay, bye.
Mother, is it true? You've chosen to.
Live. I have chosen to live.
Well, that felt extremely tight.
I'm so sorry, Venus. I made you so many promises, dearest, and I won't be able to keep them.
My lady, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. If this is your wish, I'll be with you at every step.
I as well. Always.
I hope none of us regret this choice in the days to come. But thank you.
I really hope I didn't make things worse for you. If I did...
If you did, it's not your fault, Grace. I know how the Muse's power works. Somewhere within me, I wanted this. I knew it wasn't working.
At least
Okay.
now there's a chance it could get better.
Now then, Grace. You needed my help. No doubt regarding.
Okay, that was what I had concerns about. But right. If we managed to talk her out of it, it's because she kind of wanted to be talked out of it. That's a relief.
Calliope's death? Have you any suspicions as to who might be responsible?
Apparently I have a theory? Get smart, Grace, because I don't have a theory.
Not exactly, but it has to be an idol. One with influence.
Well, I guess
Oh.
Athena, but...
What makes you think that?
It had to be someone who knew Calliope and wanted her gone, with enough knowledge and power to fool the chorus. It also had to be someone who could get into the reliquary and attack her there, right under the noses of both Hecate and the Minotaur.
Ooh.
Calliope came to see us that night. She was agitated, frightened even.
What
But she
did
wouldn't
what
explain
could she
why.
have found out about
She
Athena?
said she had a plan. It must have been the reliquary.
She was frightened, so she knew this was gonna happen. It wasn't a surprise.
It was clear she was involved in something. I just thought it was one of her schemes.
If only we'd known she intended to go to the reliquary. How on earth does she even get in?
She used the
And-
key, the one Pan gave her. When Calliope arrived, she dropped it. Then she laughed and said she'd better not lose it because Pan won't give me another key to the reliquary. I didn't know it was important.
Well, there's your help, Grace. I can't give you any better.
Come now, Mother. It's
Well,
time you rested.
it's
It's
something.
been a long night.
If I don't, I suppose you'll both gang up
And
on
you know,
me
for
again.
all I know, she is in love with Venus.
Very well.
They're close.
So, did they have anything helpful?
I gave him every opportunity to tell me. He said he didn't know what happened to Calliope.
Just because he gave her the key doesn't necessarily make that a lie.
Doesn't it? I thought you suspected him. What
Yeah.
side are you on?
Was this
I'm not on
supposed?
any side.
Was this supposed to be a revelation? Because we knew this. We knew this stuff about Pan and the key. I mean, maybe I did things out of order.
Trying to be objective. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
What Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
How are things with Persephone? Is she helping as much as you thought?
I like her. I do like Persephone. I've always liked the, severe, strong, fist of iron, velvet glove sort of thing.
Yeah, I kind of like her. Way more than I thought I would. Why?
All I mean to ask is, has she said anything?
About...
No. Never mind.
Were you two
None of my business.
dating?
Please forget I asked. Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Okay, weird, but it's gonna slouch off there.
Ugh, Apollo. Always so dramatic. And well done, by the way. You may be the very first person ever to talk sense into Aphrodite.
Still don't know if I did the right thing.
Well, it was never up to you, Grace. The choice has always been Aphrodite's. Look at it this way. At least she has a chance now. Whether she uses it, we'll see. I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, say you'd call him a
Persephone is
gangster.
mixed.
More of a
Persephone is mixed, like extra low sound-wise, and I have to be straining to hear her.
thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Oh, well, that sounds awful.
It was. Though not as awful as being his wife. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
She is pretty... Why am I flirting with everyone?
You're incredible. You know that?
There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
No, really.
I am incredible. It's true. It's good that you recognize this.
God!
Okay, I take it back.
Oh, you can't take it back, Grace. I would have thought you'd learned that by now.
Oh, what? Oh! Am I gonna get a thing? What is this?
After centuries of cruel injustice, everybody working against me, every idol but for one, violent with apathy. We couldn't reach a resolution, but you and I, I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, you. Something seems familiar about you. Have we met some lifetime ago? Gods like me don't have too much to hope for. The rules been fixed throughout the ages. So I have forged a daring path. I would like to make some changes. You see, we can win a revolution, you and you and I.
Fuck, I thought I was gonna be like Freddy Ride or Die, but this is strong.
I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, you are a queen, you're old, your dominion, and in my opinion, you're on the right track. It sounds like they hurt you, defied, or usurped you. It's time that you kick 'em right back. You've got one big mouth on you, don't you? Yet it's me who's closing in. Think I like that mouth on you, won't you? You've overstayed your welcome. Time to go home.
Maybe not then. Okay.
Get out of here, Grace.
Hey, we're still letterboxed. This could still happen. Don't brush me up. Okay, we're gone. That was interesting. Yeah, I'm still going for Freddy primarily, but I wouldn't say no.
Hi, Grace.
Hermes, that's
I
my
can just
TV.
call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddie?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
What, you and Freddie are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you. Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus
This
anytime
seems
if you're
awkward
free.
on Hermes' part.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that.
I'm gonna choose you. Yeah, everybody was typing it, and then it was confirmed. Okay, just making sure.
So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You knew the old Hermes.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
So it takes quite a while to resurface, indeed. That makes that 1 week thing look even more suspicious. Like, you know, cannot risk even a vestige. Do I have a choice about this?
About seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
She never leaves.
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
Sounds like exactly the kind of person who would be really pissed off at somebody who wouldn't kept badgering everybody to change. Let's go.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that's very abnormal. And is probably scaring Athena. I like how we all just landed on Athena as, like, the prime suspect. Like, the game just shot big chaff cannons of, it could be anyone at us, and we were all like, nah. Oh, what? I get a second trait. It's kick-ass. Because we've been very forward. We've been very
Here you
brutal.
are, Grace. Do have a seat.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Sorry to be annoying.
I'm not annoyed, my dear. I'm concerned what new trouble you'll find in attempting to escape your old trouble.
Oh well, I'll try to die more quietly next time.
You think our judgment was rash? It was.
He's doing it again.
In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
I'm not bringing up Medusa, but I am gonna go full teeth bared.
You care. About me? That's a laugh. You sit up here in your tower and whatever humanity you might have once had, whatever wisdom, it's eroded away to nothing. The only thing you care about is making sure it doesn't all shatter. Not on your watch.
You gonna crack?
Zeus was the first to leave,
No.
king of the gods, and we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next, walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered, and by one of our own. The list goes on.
I've heard most of that, sure. What does it have to do with me?
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
No, I don't want to talk about anything with you.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
No. No more cookies. Alright. Okay. No. No, she's still on the suspect list. It's that we are crumbling and I will do anything to hold on to the remnants of what we were instead of embracing what we will become attitude. I can't fucking abide with it. I cannot handle it. I will not allow it to pass. So, I have the feeling whether it's Athena or not, I will still end up tearing her down. If that is a possibility, of course.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get
God,
rough.
everybody really does show up in my
She
apartment.
believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Probably. Probably.
It was a bit much, dragging me into her office just to complain about the investigation she forced me into. What could she hope to achieve? That I'd stop trying?
Maybe she just wanted to find out what you know.
I imagine she simply wanted to remind you not to rock the boat as you bail. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh, what now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
Let me guess. To figure out why Calliope went there in the first place.
Exactly.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she
It's not just me, right? Persephone is, like, mixed quieter than everyone else.
was doing there.
Her memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
I'm willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
I do know something about how memories work after the transition, but no, I'm not certain. You want certainty? Wait until your trial. Without discovering more, the outcome of that is certain.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, my, you're just full of ideas, aren't you? Do you have any suggestions regarding how we might go about doing that?
Deja vu it is.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm
Back
certainly
door.
not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
Yeah, I pulled up the Steam forums in the background, which is usually a bad idea, but apparently, Persephone being mixed a bit lower than everyone else is a known bug, and they're working on it for a patch. So, that's cool.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you, and we apologize profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Let's fucking do it. We got no other plans.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me. Nothing will.
I believe that.
That's great to know, but I'll try not to make it necessary.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Gonna leave her in my apartment. Alright. Freddy and Hecate seem on good terms. How about a visit from your new favorite mortal?
I must admit, the book is confusing.
You didn't like it?
I once knew a vampire. He did not sparkle, nor would you have swooned in his presence.
Huh. Well, I don't know if it was meant to be taken that seriously.
Then I fail to understand the point.
Yeah, if it was written, then it should be as it was written, apparently. I'm big on fiction.
Do not worry. It is written that I am not alerted to Grace's presence for another 14 minutes.
Guess I'll keep talking then.
Okay, Hecate. God, sticklers for the rules!
Okay, first part down. Now I finally get to see what the reliquary actually looks like.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, innit? Don't wander around. Labyrinths are kind of my thing, but you'll get lost. Also, are you supposed to be here?
Look, you're right. I'm not. I'm sneaking into the reliquary.
No, that's a really, really bad answer. Kate will be so mad.
Look at it this way. This is your chance to repay me. I helped you when you needed it, didn't I?
Yeah, but I already helped you.
Just give me some time, please.
Well... Alright, but be quick and don't touch anything. If Kate finds out...
We never spoke. Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like I
Now
definitely
notice I
took
didn't stay
advantage of
put
a
and
trusting
come after
soul.
me. I don't think I have much time. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start?
Just close your eyes and let your feet move.
Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just... focus. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Oh god, what is that scroll? Are those hieroglyphs? No, what is this?
I don't even know what language that is.
Oh, well, that doesn't help. I notice I don't have anything on the big conspicuous cup. The trident is probably Poseidon. An instrument? She's got so many.
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument?
Horn of Jericho?
Maybe it's both.
The Apple of Discord? Yeah, can I employ Arisian knowledge to get through this?
Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
Apparently Grace doesn't know what the apple is. About the statue. Is this somebody I ought to know? Somebody that I used to know. No? Frick. The mask?
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left.
Grace, you're not even focusing.
Go left and then go right?
It's you hug the right-hand wall. It doesn't work if there are crossovers. What is this branch? Olive branch.
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
Grace, you're definitely not even focusing. Okay, what about this mirror? I don't think that was on the list originally. Oh, here we go.
Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
Led you to a place where you can talk to your past self? Don't set off the alarm.
Uh-oh. Hello? Do you work for Hecate? Are you guardians or something? Okay, then.
No, there's nothing to work with there.
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Do these look like the kind of people who have inner souls? Yell for Asterion.
Oh! Grace? Freddy! We've got to run! My powers don't work on them, they just keep coming!
Oh, if anything happens to Freddy, this is the time. This is it.
No, I won't let you!
I knew it.
Freddy! Oh god. Oh god, Freddy!
By the gods.
You summoned the Furies.
What?
Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her.
I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do.
I kind of
You should
expected
consider
this to
yourself
happen.
fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Persephone, we can't just... There must be something we can do.
She made her choice, Grace.
No! It's not right!
Come.
There's nothing more to be done.
Well, she died as she lived, defending Grace until the end. Act 3. In which it is now extraordinarily fucking personal.
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
We left her there. I can't believe we left her there.
We had no choice. Hecate will take care of her.
I should be taking care of her.
Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command, or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Fuck yeah, let's roll out.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Well, fuck some rules.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Yeah, you know what? I am,
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
yeah.
No.
As long as you don't look back, you can bring somebody out of the land of the dead. I've read this one.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Okay. No need to keep selling me on it. I'm in.
You are?
Yeah. I need to punch something really hard. Or overthrow hell. I'm good with either of those things.
Did you see that, Apollo? You see, that is what a backbone looks like.
I can't. I'm sorry. But this is a step too far.
And take a
And
step
consider
too
this,
far out of
Apollo.
my way.
Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Hold on, wait. What does that mean? If her soul is in Hades, then...
It means the ruler of Hades can release her.
That's assuming everything remained as it was. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
Let's find Hermes. And get this over with.
I am completely down with this.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace, and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone.
Yeah, Athena says a lot of
no matter
stuff.
what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
I can't... That's the one time so far I've regretted not having Charming.
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it. But without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay.
Any portal, any door. Okay.
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
Without a price, huh? Well, maybe I'll just have to give up being
Welcome
clever.
to the real underworld.
Don't eat the food? Yeah, good point. Particularly not the pomegranates.
It feels so empty. So lonely.
Don't eat the food,
It's not
don't look
completely
back, don't lick the salt.
Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile.
Orpheus? Oh
I fully
no.
expect he'll be waiting for us.
He'll never understand wanting to get somebody out.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
Yeah, the emotional stakes went straight into the emotional arts. Like, you know. So many games here I play.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And
Well-
what are we supposed to do? Organize
If I can sing Aphrodite back to life, I can maybe sing Orpheus back to death.
an armed resistance? Challenge him to
The
a
door
duel?
swings both
That's
ways.
what you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
So there's gonna be a fight? Good. I need something to punch.
Don't get too excited, Grace. Orpheus is hardly a worthy foe.
Really? Even though he took your throne?
He took an empty throne after I left. That does not make him a king. Just someone else that's in my way.
Alright then. Let's go.
In our way, you mean?
Yes, in our way.
I don't care if Persephone is
So there's
using
an
me.
angry ghost sitting on your
We're getting
throne.
into this.
Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
Well, Karen is, alive enough to know what a mixtape is. Maybe this will be easy? We can toss him a couple quarters? Hey look, it's the background from all the trailers.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Clearly, with determination. Got it. Ah, that is a bigger ferry boat than I imagined. Yo, hi. How you doing? Nice sequence. After everything, Grace,
I
this is...
am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Hey there! I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses, and that you're very pretty.
Thumbs up.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
I got Uno.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Oh, him big. Okay. Did not get that scale. Grace, your powers are going off. We're in Letterbox. What's happening?
I wouldn't touch that.
Okay.
Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
Just gonna let Persephone get this out of the system before I bring Freddy up.
A prize for a king, property, bound and gagged with silver and satin. I gutted a god. This hell is mine. I won't let it be forgotten.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming.
Yeah.
And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all
Why you dress like
know
a
what to
Belmont,
do.
you motherfucker?
To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
I didn't belong here,
wolf is waiting in the
but that throne belongs to me. No one deserves
I
it.
can feel them howling at the moon.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can
an
bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
Oh,
I have been waiting for
boy.
you, Persephone, for so
Bard off.
long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Betty. Welcome to my underworld.
And hopefully he's
Let
not
me choose
vegan, because he's
song.
about to get a lot of
A
ham.
welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests? Questions?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go.
Well, I'm with Persephone, so that's really too fucking bad.
I beg your pardon. I wanna behave properly. It's not your song. You better stay open. She's a friend and a god.
stolen. After I murdered the king, you should be grateful and thank me for everything. And yet you scream like a boy, you kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
I'm sorry, I got loyalty.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
Orpheus, instead of a life of despair, Hades would have ended you there. This place would still be humming.
Oh, I rather doubt that.
Doesn't make it any less true.
I'm high. Am I the one on trial now?
I'm an immortal. I'm not a dead bard. Honestly, I'm here to rule. This role isn't open. Your queen has returned.
Your Majesty won't let this man be forgotten.
Orpheus, you'll never be forgotten.
I have a lot of sympathy for Orpheus, but unfortunately, what if
you both exist somewhere on the border between real and imagined, the living, the dead. So how can this place be everything you dreamed of? You both deserve more. You must let it go. You both deserve more than this stupid throne.
I think I may have made a mistake, but
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
you know, you both deserve better. And I deserve this.
Of course not. This hell is mine.
You dare. All this talk of being trapped by the past, and it was just a smokescreen so you could take the throne? You?
Why not? I don't have your baggage after all, or your enemies.
Says the girl still facing a trial for her life. Oh, your allies are so steadfast, are they?
Evidently not, considering I thought you were one of them.
You think that taking the throne will help you? Go on then. Please, show me your power, oh great queen of Hades.
Freddy! Are you out there? Freddy, if you're here! If you're anywhere, please!
Problems?
Is there some trick to it? Or are you not gonna tell me now?
I'll let you in on a little secret, Grace. There is no bringing back your friend. There never was.
And the Fates?
Oh, they hear you. They simply don't care.
You know, for a moment, I thought you actually cared about me. Just a little bit.
Well, so much for
But
that
you don't,
romance.
do you? Not about me, not about Calliope, not about anything.
You took the throne from me, Grace. You started this.
And you never intended to help me. Right from the start. It was all to get what you wanted.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Hey.
Freddie, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
But you sacrificed yourself. For me.
Well, yeah. I'd do anything for you, Grace. Hey, what was the alternative? I let the Furies kill you instead? That's not how this story ends.
This isn't a story, Fred.
You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me.
Hey, no. I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Oh. Yeah, that would help?
This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. Idols don't...
Is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end.
Volume, please.
Yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected...
Ironically, now Persephone is loud enough, and Calliope is, like, through the fucking floor.
You...
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
We're on the same page, finally.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could. If they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
He has Zeus's crown, and Zeus allegedly could do this.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Why come to me? Of all
I'm
the
not gonna
places
ask
you
what
could
it
have run
said.
to,
That would lock me into
why
it.
come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying.
I may have gotten tossed a live hand grenade, but she didn't pull the pin.
Truly.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you...
Yeah,
you'll be
that's
locked
not a
into
great
it,
idea.
Just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
I don't believe that. Athena's got tunnel vision. She must be wrong.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Sounds like it's time to wreck the system.
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
Well, you know, as Queen of Hell, I'm gonna take Freddy home.
I have to go back. I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. How can I let go now? I won't. It's just not fair. We took our first steps together. Now you From heartbreak and through injury, we do it again, but now it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend. If I could choose a muse,
You would give up godhood to bring her back.
any day, every day, a life for a life, Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
It's gonna take a while for her to adjust to that.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the last muse any longer, after all. Your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
Look, about what happened in Hades.
Which part? The part where you denied me the throne, or the part where I lied to you so I could use you? You did what you had to do, and I won't say I didn't have it coming. It's freeing,
in a way. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
This is a lot, and I want to remind you that, you know, this and Penny Larceny, we've only seen one route. I'm sure that the basic story doesn't deviate. I'm sure you always end up going to Hades. I'm sure you always end up at Aphrodite's party. I'm sure you always end up at the underworld. But who you're with, what you say, it does change. And, of course, that matters. Surprised we haven't seen a clear I love you between Grace and Freddy? I'm not sure if Freddy does still love Grace after, pulling that shit. I may have brought her back to life and sacrificed the relationship. Worth it? Oh, who do I confront? We gotta talk to Freddy about this. How much clearer an I love you do you need than doing that? Then what? Ignoring her requests 3 times in a row? For my own selfish desires? Yeah.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me. Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
Yeah, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not. Freddy, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision. I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
I should have asked you first. I'm really sorry. It just kind of happened.
It's not that. It's not just that. I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse. I'm different, and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I, feel the same way. I always have. Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
Well, you were right.
We know now. Isn't that a good thing?
The trial's tomorrow, Grace. Athena doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get
The
through
last
this.
muse did die. The last muse died. And then it's just that she died before she became the last muse. So, prophecy complete. We're fucking done. We're done. We did it.
Even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
I don't know.
As long as the last muse lives. Well, even so, I think,
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. You're overthinking it. We could be everything we wanted to be. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late?
alright, let's see Apollo. Confront Pan. What do we have to talk to Pan about? What the hell would we possibly have to talk to Pan about? Maybe he's got weird, tricky ideas. That's what Pan does.
Pan? Are you here? Pan!
Or maybe that Grace isn't the muse anymore. He doesn't care.
All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
That depends. Do you still think I'm a lost cause? Dead woman walking?
I think if anyone could find a way out of this predicament, it would be you.
Very carefully said.
I certainly thought so. I've been practicing in a mirror and everything. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
If anybody can help, it is Captain Trickster of the Trickster Brigade.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die, just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
That's true.
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions. Frankly, change is long overdue.
Alright, I expected him to have ideas. I didn't expect that idea to be, well, fuck us then. Collectively. On the other hand, fuck us collectively is kind of pants thing, isn't it?
Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Can I take this system down? Yeah, Grace, you tend to make that face after talking to Pam. Alright, Apollo, let's chat with you. I'm gonna let him know I've got no hard feelings about the prophecy. Kill them? No. I don't think I'm gonna kill them. I think we're going to dissolve. I think we're gonna just go our separate ways and... You know, maybe put all the immortality in, like, one person and send them off to whatever. I don't know.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, Oracle.
Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Is he okay? He left my place pretty upset. I'm concerned.
Oh, you're concerned. Well, I guess the rest of us just better get out of your way, huh? Look, I'm not stupid. I don't buy into this god crap, but I know Paul and the rest of you are not on the right side of normal. Even so, Paul is a good guy. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk to you.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
Eat the chips.
I didn't mean for it to end up this way.
I know. It's okay, Apollo. You have to stop torturing yourself over this.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy. To be honest, I was relieved when you chose Persephone, even though I was worried she might lead you astray.
Like some kind of stray guy? Oh, no.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
Well, couldn't it be? You said yourself, prophecies don't always work the way you think they will.
That's true. I did say that. I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
There's nothing to forgive, Apollo. You did what you could for a friend. You didn't owe me anything.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
All right. What are we looking at? Oh. I have no
Did you
idea what I'm
forget
gonna
something,
say.
Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Self-pity. From the great Persephone. That's a new look.
How dare you? It's not self-pity, it's...
Introspection, remorse. This isn't your usual playbook.
Fine. I'm trying to change, Grace. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It's a start.
Yeah, it is what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
Not yet. But we'll see what happens at the trial.
I wonder if I could have done as much for anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive. And I would never walk away from a friend.
There we go, folks. The auditorium. Oh, no, we're going back to where it all started, before the trial. I guess we're going to go introspect some more. Like a boat lost at sea? Are we gonna do the leitmotif?
So this is it. You're back where you started, with nothing to show for it. Tomorrow we head to the trial. And who knows what'll happen.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. All my life I have been carried through. At the mercy of tides I lay unproved. But now I stand oar in hand, hoping my choices won't sink me. What can I do? If I'm a boat lost at sea, can I build sails, find a breeze, own my own destiny?
Okay, here we go.
And there's nobody here.
Hello?
Wow.
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
That Olympus, huh? Alright. It's time to sing for my life.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's begin, shall we?
All right.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
And you'll be the one deciding which of those extreme measures is implemented, right? You and no one else.
When has there ever been anyone else? Each of you is here because I brought you here. I protected you. I carved out this space in a strange land so we could survive. I am at this trial to tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I will save you.
Oh, good. I was worried this was going to be a difficult thing to overthrow, but there's a single point of failure. Time to hammer it.
Trust in me, Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
Anything, huh?
And who might you be, my dear?
That's Freddie, the woman I love. And she's also the new muse.
That's impossible. Do you think us fools? Grace is standing right here, alive and well.
Yeah, you see, Grace gave up her Eidolon to bring me back from Hades. Seems that's a thing you can do. Don't suppose that changes your plans for the trial at all, does it?
The Eidolon was not Grace's to pass on, so I'm afraid you'll have to share her fate, Freddie.
What you really mean is that she has to die because she's the last muse. And there can't be a last muse, can there?
I don't know what you're talking about, dear.
That is such a lie.
Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have. Yes, she could. Just like she gave up her Eidolon to me.
Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it, just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
No, I do not accept this. You are lying.
You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy? Tell them.
Yes, it's me.
Oh.
It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do. All I ever did, all the sacrifice, all I ever hid, trying to be nice, everything for you. But in any case, I always knew you'd throw it in my face. You're so controlling. Sorry, little bird, time to wring your neck.
If only you knew that you can't force the future. Only if only you knew it's not just another thing you can subdue.
Only if only I lived in a quaint little pond like you. Only if I could just lie there, and any time I moved, I'd tremble a reed or two.
I pushed Freddie into this. It's time to back her up.
There's a lot at stake, but there are other paths you can take.
None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all. You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through.
Am I gonna appeal to the Furies?
Cause and effect. You feed this thing more blood, you'll feel regret. I know you know I'm right. You feel it deep inside. If I stop now, Olympus is wrecked. Cause and effect.
Don't tell me Freddy's gonna do it a second time. God damn it.
I'm okay dying again if it's with you.
to say you're great, Grace, and I'm with you, or I'm not with you, I'm just, you know what I mean.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place? Give it time, you'll find even an island drift. You don't notice 'cause it only moves in teeny tiny shifts. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is.
I can't. I am not gonna deck her. But I am gonna tell her it's not her time anymore.
I leave it up to you what to do with this. All these years you ruled this place. I think it's time you made some space. Enough of you. It's overdue. Step away. Let it go. Fresher hands should steer this boat and sail it to something new.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And?
Gonna eat these cookies.
So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
I am, though I'll admit, the victory seems rather hollow. The idols could still be dying. If that's so, then I'll simply be presiding over our final days.
Why have the chorus at all, then? Seems a bit pointless.
Are you joking? The idols need us now more than ever.
Perhaps what the idols need most is change. I don't know if I have any say in this, but have you considered rejoining the real world? Like Grace said, there is no point in the chorus. Get rid of it. Stop hiding in the shadows and just help each other instead.
After everything you've been through, you have to know things can't go on as they did before.
Burn it all down. Hiding has protected us for so long.
Maybe I was the only one listening to Grace's song. Surviving is what's been killing you. We need to do something new.
She's right.
I should know better than anyone the futility of doing the same thing over and over again to no result.
Is that a yes?
Yes. Heavens help me. But yes.
I didn't really want this chair anyhow. I agree. Let's do it.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
You'll need to give any idols who don't agree time to hide, right? That means you can prepare a campaign.
Something online, maybe.
The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
That sounds like a good idea. We'll need your help with that, Grace.
I didn't say I was going anywhere, right?
Well, we have a lot of anxious idols to inform.
Send a Stereon
shall
and
we?
Pan to a FurCon.
If it's okay, could we catch up
Oh, Medusa, too. She'd be a smash hit in certain circles.
with you? I'd just like to talk to Grace for a minute.
We'll be outside. Make it quick.
Man, that's the one thing I regret, is that I couldn't give Medusa more.
Well, that was pretty wild, huh? You did it. You got through your trial unscathed.
We fulfilled the prophecy too while we were at it.
Fulfilled it? I thought we prevented it.
No.
I was the last muse, and then you were. We were on trial, and now what's happening with the idols?
They're not continuing.
Not like before, no. If only Athena could have understood there were possibilities beyond mere survival.
I know things were pretty intense before the trial. I still don't know how I feel about us, about everything. And I understand if you wanted to get as far away from me and the idols as you could. Especially now that things are about to get hard.
You need me. The idols need me.
But we'll get by. Probably. What I'm saying is, you don't need to feel obligated.
I like being needed.
Oh, thank God. I was so sure that you were gonna leave. I mean, you're free to go now, right?
And miss being high priestess to the goddess of late-night lattes? Absolutely not.
I still need some time to figure us out.
Yeah, take all the time you need. We have that now.
Okay, then. Ready to go out there and face the music?
Always.
So what, like Act 3.5?
Of course you're all here. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
They just showed up. I didn't think you'd mind too much.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson, appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
A lot's been going on here, too. You want to hear the gauze?
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
Isn't she at all concerned about, being captured by mortals again?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus?
Look,
Did
give
she go
it
with
to
them?
her. She needs it.
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
No love there, but no hate either.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
Oh, you should see them, Grace. They are so cute. Asterion dotes on Kate day and night. He even wrote his own song to serenade her.
Did you just call her Kate?
Am I doing it now? I am, aren't I? I've been around them a lot.
You are turning into quite the fixture there, Freddy. Hecate talks about you as if you were her apprentice.
Please, I wouldn't go that far. Did you really say that?
Not in so many words, but she did mention it was time to pass on her arcane knowledge.
A sorceress muse. That'll certainly be new.
Hey, music and magic. Medusa!
Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She's staying with me, for now. You did promise my help with her curse, if you recall.
Oh, how's that going?
Better than I might have expected. I have a few old friends who owe me favors, and they're making headway. Medusa is positively giddy at the prospect. She offered to help manage the underworld as repayment, which I can't say I mind.
What? You're kidding, right? Isn't she gonna chow down on your customers?
Not if she wants her curse broken. We have an understanding.
You're braver than I'd be.
Oh, I'm used to handling the odd snake. Frankly, we owe her the opportunity to try.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Freddy.
You mean other than incessantly talking about you?
I don't talk about Grace that much. Do I?
I think it's rather commendable how you've taken the remaining idols at Olympus under your wing.
Well, someone has to do it. Just yesterday, I was teaching Athena how to ride a bus. She was so mortified.
All this while preparing for your next big venture. Busy is our new muse.
That's supposed to be a secret.
Wait, what's this?
Well, I figured once you were done with all the promotional tours, you might want to, I don't know, come with me. I mean, I thought maybe you missed being the muse. A little. So we could try the band again. Go on tour.
Yo.
Muse teams up with former Muse to spread music to the world.
I guess. Maybe.
That's awesome. I love it.
Good, because I've been arranging dates at clubs across the country. You two only need to give me the word.
How
How's
about you,
Apollo doing?
Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
You fucking apology fetishist.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
One day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
At least leave a forwarding address. How's Persephone doing?
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not unless you count my many trips to Hades. No. It's business as always.
Honestly, I'm just glad that Medusa got her due. Like I said, I was sad that I couldn't push for more or better for her. And apparently I didn't need to. Which is a relief.
Trips to Hades.
You're its queen, Grace, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. Hades is changing. Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is stirring.
Sequel hook?
Oh, that's not ominous whatsoever.
Sequel
Is
hook.
this something we should be concerned about, sister?
Not yet. I'll let you know.
Sequel
As for
hook.
everything else,
Sequel hook.
the club continues, more popular than ever. The world turns. What more is there to say?
Oh. How would a sequel work, though? Like, would... Okay, photo of Asterion. I have no idea what the hell this is. This looks like Hermes and somebody discovering the camera for the first time. No, there's Hermes. Over there. Pan. Stephanie. Am I booping Athena's bird? No, Athena's bird is over here. I was booping over here. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, who's in these photos. Never mind.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
The revelation of the idols to the mortal world went far better than she could have dreamed. I think it shook her.
Athena's
Well, she was
I don't
wrong
know.
about a great many things.
Somebody, but...
As the goddess of wisdom, that's not an easy realization. So she left. Back to the old world.
Well, isn't she at risk there? All alone?
Well, I asked her to go. There's so many of us who went missing during the war. The idols going public might bring them out of hiding. Athena wanted to leave, and this gave her a purpose. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Like a different cast for the sequel. Hermes.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest
how
of
is
you.
Hermes?
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
I see them online all the time. They're a big hit. Their videos are hilarious.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling.
Hermes is a TikToker.
So the Oracle
Of
tells me.
course.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
And they get a lot of free shoes and concert tickets.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
Pan?
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
He's probably off fleecing widows out of their pensions as we speak.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, I think my next playthrough of this might be trying to romance Pan. We saw very little of Pan, and I'm curious.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Come on, Grace, we both did. And it was amazing.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Perhaps a round of drinks at the Underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
If you both don't mind, could Grace and I catch up?
Don't take too long, you two, or we'll start drinking without you.
Okay, so I have been doing some thinking, and I have something to say.
The way I obsessed over you all those years, it wasn't healthy, was it? And maybe our relationship changing is a good thing. I'm an adult now. We need to do this over and do it right.
Does that mean you forgive me?
Within me there will always be something left behind in shadow. I'm tethered to you, I'm free. I've known, I've loved you before. We were grown, never alone. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late, it was fate. I've spent so long yearning, observing, seeking the light of your eyes. Now I return, nothing left in reserve. Your eyes, a sunrise. Only, if only, we can be brave this time. Finally, Grace, you and me. It wasn't too late. It was fate.
Where would the story go if you shut Freddy out from the start? That's gonna be a hard route to pick. That's gonna be really hard to do, but I will have to find out some... Gee? Okay, the credits just go this fast. I would normally be reading off names, but I can... But yeah, I will find out what happens if you shut Freddy out completely. I imagine she still shows up a lot because, as she mentioned, she was, like, fangirlishly obsessed with Grace. But presumably if you shut her out, she starts wanting to prove herself. I don't know. Oh. Oh, that's why. Kickstarter backers, yeah. Okay. You know, we're good. We're good here. Where does it continue from? If I click continue. Okay, it does the end song again. Ah, well, that, folks, was one route and a tiny percentage of the soundtrack to Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. What a game. What a fucking game. Wow. So, yeah, I can't imagine how big the soundtrack to this game is. Brave on Time. Returned Freddy's Feelings. 9.8% of the players have this achievement. The Ultimate Sacrifice. You couldn't let her go. 12% of players have this achievement. Phew. What a lot. What a fucking lot. So, I am just gonna let you folks go. And thank you. Thank you for attending this with me. I'll be back on Tuesday with another route of penny larceny. Goodbye. Ahem. Goodbye for now. "100% of people playing a musical aren't gay and wanting to be gay." Okay, yeah, but A, have you seen Pan, though? B, have you seen Apollo, though? And C, have you seen Persephone, though? Holy I almost went for her. Like, it was a last-minute thing when I didn't, and those heels, though, man. I don't think Asterion is an option, nor is Medusa, which, sad. But, anyway. Good night, everybody. Well, goodbye for now.